Alright, what's going on? Let's see if we're live right now. We are live! Alright, what's going on, guys? Let's wait for some people to come in here. I was going to come on here. First of all, man, it's Friday. Happy weekend to everybody. If you're a corporate man like me that works, that works weekdays and you got a little weekend off, it's always nice. But yeah, man, we got some breaking Jaguars news today. I was originally going to do a video about this, and I was going to do a live stream about it after, just because I want to do a live stream, because I don't think I've done a live stream in about 3 weeks. Got one coming up on Sunday, so that'll be fun. But I wanted to kind of come on here live and give you guys some news. First shout out to the chat, man. We got 28 Mimco. I'm random, seriously. Jay, dang, what is good? We got Nick up in the crew. Paul, King James, Sailor Girl. What? Hey, Waterboy Report, what's going on, man? Chris Russell. So yeah, man, the Jaguars, we had some breaking news today. Some expecting news, in my opinion. We actually signed left tackle, I should say, Ereck Flowers to a deal. Now, a lot of people were all up in arms about this pick, just because hey, Ereck Flowers, he's really not all that good. He was the number 9 overall pick by the New York Giants. Came in there and never lived up to expectations. And a lot of people were asking me, like, why are we signing Flowers? Why are we doing this? The reason why we did it, guys, is we are now on our third left tackle. And our third left tackle happens to be basically be a guard. And this left tackle, the only reason he's really even on the team is because this dude, I'm talking about Josh Walker. The only reason Josh Walker is even on the team is because he had a really good Week 4 preseason game. That's why I think he's on the team. He's because in Week 4 he played pretty well. But man, at the end of the day, man, the Jaguars are gashed at the left tackle. We had Cam Robinson. He went down in Week 2. A couple weeks later, man, Josh Wells. This last Sunday, he gets put on the IR. Are you kidding me? So now we're on our third left tackle. So, really, Ereck Flowers, he's a guy. He got drafted to the Giants, obviously, and number 9 overall pick. When you're a top 10 pick, you're going to have really, really high expectations. And those high expectations are elevated even more when you are in New York. Man, New York, it's a tough market. You got to be strong to be able to survive in there, or else it's not going to go good, man. And that's exactly what happened, man. He isn't all that good. I'm going to be honest with you, he isn't. This year they go and sign Nate Solder to be their left tackle, and then move Ereck Flowers over to the right tackle spot. And when you switch spots as an offensive tackle, it's tough. But at the end of the day, man, we've got to we've got to be able to make this work, because he's most likely going to be starting pretty soon. I don't think he's going to be starting on Sunday, but I think probably against the Eagles he probably will be the starter. So yeah, I mean, Johnny Jaguar, nice jersey on the wall. Hell yeah, you already know, man. Sailor Girl, who we let go to make room for Flowers? I don't know. Can someone let me know who we cut? Actually, no, we moved Josh Wells to the IR, and then that opens up a roster spot. So that's how Ereck Flowers gets elevated. So I wanted to do this. This live stream to kind of go over that a little bit, and just to do kind of a question and A kind of thing. Just talk with the people. Haven't talked to you guys in a while. You guys are always supporting this channel. Always appreciate that. If you're liking, definitely give me a thumbs up. It really does help the channel, guys. Shoddy's up in the building. Florida Boy Beanie. We got Tekken is My World. Reynaldo Gonzalez. I knew we would sign. I had a feeling the signing was coming too. I ain't going to be honest with you, just because, look, the Giants organization, the Tom Coughlin regime, that's the regime that actually drafted Ereck Flowers. You know what I'm saying? So they have some familiarity. I know Pat Flaherty, however you say his name, the offensive line coach, actually at one point had a shouting match with Ereck Flowers at one point. So it's kind of interesting. I guess they kind of amended themselves, I guess, the best way they can. And also, I want to make an announcement, guys. I got a new camera, so you guys are probably looking, and that's a lot more high def, man. I do get a little bit of money from YouTube advertisements, so whenever I get the money, I find a new way to upgrade the channel. I got this Blue Yeti mic, man. I've got some lights up in the building. You know what I mean? I got a bunch of new softwares on my thing, Photoshop, all that good stuff. Just stuff to help the channel, man. King James, we needed Flowers. Waterboy Report, Jags beat Cowboys this week. You already know. Hey, who'd you pick, man? I know you're not a big fan of Blake Bortles and picking the Jags, but Florida, yeah, Florida boy Beanie, we need to win now. Yeah, we this Sunday's a big game. I mean, look, right now we're 3-2. Our 2 losses are against 2 quality teams. You know what I'm saying? In the Titans and against the Chiefs, 2 teams that are probably going to be in the playoffs. You know, I think Titans will make it as a wild card. And you know, we're 3-2. We beat opponents that we're supposed to beat. Even the Patriots, that was a good win. And this week, if we beat the Dallas Cowboys, man, we go to 4-2 and all is well in the world. But if we drop this, if we go to 3-3, it might be panic time. I'm not saying it might be panic time. 28 Mimco, let's get rid of Blake, please. You know, like I said when you comment on my video, man, I know a lot of people, you know, they're wanting Blake gone, but he's not going to be gone this year. The Jaguars had the opportunity to sign about 5 or 6 different free agency quarterbacks. They had a chance to draft a quarterback. They even have a chance to trade for Teddy Bridgewater. So, you know, you just have to accept it that Bortles is going to be the quarterback for the rest of the year, and you just got to get behind it. I know it might be frustrating for some people, but you know it's you're gonna have a headache, and you're just sitting here banging your head against the wall, wanting him gone. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna be quarterback for the rest of the team, and you know we got to live or die with Blake, man. And you know I'm gonna be behind the guy. I'm not gonna be too much bashing him. I'm not gonna overhype him when he does well, like he did against the Patriots or Jets. I'm not going to totally thrash him when he does bad, like against the Chiefs or whatnot. So you know we got to ride with Bortles, man. He's our guy the rest of the year. Let's see what else we got. Birdie Games. Dang, I know how it sucks. Your team gets bitter next year. Injuries are bad from a Patriots fan. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks with injuries, but you know, hopefully we can overcome these. And they all, luckily, I mean, if there's any side of the ball you want injuries, it's on the offense, because the defense, man. If we lose a linebacker, there's not much depth there. If we lose a cornerback, you know, we lose Jalen Ramsey or AJ Poye. Those are high level guys. So you know the defense, that's what's going to be able to carry us, man. And we are injured at like every single position on offense. It really seems like. Nick Chesanoff, how will be one in the NFL? I don't know what that means. Jeffrey, is UCF getting in the playoffs this year? Nah, UCF ain't getting in. I wish they would. You know. Their schedule their schedule isn't tough enough. I'll say that, and it sucks because it's not UCF's fault about their schedule, man. They try to reach out to teams. They put a damn billboard up in Alabama wanting a home and home, and they don't want to do it. You know what I mean? It's a tough product, and hopefully UCF can move to the Big 12 one day. What's called Cody Marmon, UCF ranked number 10. Yeah, man. UCF, we haven't lost since 2016. Gotta love it. Yeah, Tekken says we should get good Blake this week. You know, Blake in even weeks is pretty damn good. Blake in odd weeks not as good, but yeah, I mean I'm hoping for a bounce back from Blake. You know, gotta get behind the guy. Cody Marmon, didn't Bortles sign a 2-year deal with a team option to opt out of his deal? Nah, man, he signed a 3-year deal, but it's basically like a 2-year deal the way it's structured, so they can cut him after the way it's gonna be with Bortles, man. If Bortles doesn't work out, they're gonna draft a guy. They're not going to go out and sign anybody in free. They're going to draft a quarterback. And Bortles will most likely be the starter in 2018 or 2019, I should say, week 1. And then, you know, they might sub the other guy in. But, yo, like I said, there's a lot of season to play. I'm not going to sit here and talk about free agency. Not going to sit here and talk about the draft. Blake is our quarterback. We're going to move forward with him. You know, this is a playoff caliber team. You know what I'm saying? So we got to ride or die with our guy, man. Hey, Philly 500, just watched your video, man. Congratulations on beating the Giants, man. You know, when you're a good team, you got to beat teams that you're better than. And you know, Philadelphia needed that game to move on to 3-3, man. It would have been a big hole to be 2-4, but luckily the NFC East isn't too troubling. So you guys are still right in the thick of things. Pepper Jags. I'm loving the Bo Scarborough running back signing. Yeah, Bo Scarborough. We signed him to the practice squad. You know, he was a guy that I was potentially thinking about maybe getting in a draft, or you know, maybe even sign on to the active roster after Corey Grant went down. You know, he's a power back. But we signed Dave Williams from the Broncos to be our power back. So you know, that's how it's going to be, man. We'll see how Dave Williams does. It's going to be fascinating to see kind of the running back situation, how they divvy up the carries. You know, I expect Jamal Charles to get at least 8 touches, whether it be through the run or pass. You know, I could see him getting up to, you know, 12, 13 touches too, man. He brings some experience, and, you know, Yeldon is still kind of banged up with an ankle injury. So, you know, it's a good move. It's a good move to kind of keep him going. So, Jaden Davis, Bortles going to throw 367 passing yards. We'll see, man. Tony McDomick. I don't think there's anybody in this year's draft that is better than Blake. Yeah, I haven't done too much quarterback. I know there's a guy named like Herbert. There's like Drew Lock. To be honest with you, I don't really pay too much attention to draft prospects until the time actually comes. Just because, I like to live for the moment. Right now we're in the NFL season. I'm all about, these Jaguars, man. I'm all about my Jaguars on Sunday. I watch my UCF Knights on Saturday. Got my UCF lacrosse shirt on. I played for lacrosse for UCF, so, that was fun. But, I love playing lacrosse. I love watching football. That's how it is. What's going on, Richard B? How you doing, man? Philly 500, yeah, man, of course. Illusionary Storms, hate to be a Giants fan. Yeah, I mean, one thing I was saying on my Giants preview video week 1, I was sitting there like, Giants to have all these good players. They got a very good roster and whatnot. But at the end of the day, man, they were like, what, a 3-13 team? And the Giants are bad until they're not bad. They're bad. They're like 1-5 now. So thank God we did that. But yeah, like, with this O-line, Bortles coming from a Dallas, and yeah, that's one thing, man. With Bortles, we like to put a lot of the blame on Bortles, obviously, for stuff like that. But don't be afraid to block somebody. Don't be afraid to block D Ford when he's coming over there, just not even touching Parnell. He's just literally using his speed to kind of get around him. AJ Cannon have a good game, and he was getting hit early, and you saw there was a ticking, there's a clock in his head. You saw her getting, a little bit antsy. So it happens with quarterbacks. Obviously, when an offense does bad, the first thing you're going to blame is the quarterback. Second thing you're going to blame is probably the offensive coordinator. That's what happened. But at the end of the day, man, the Jags had a bad day. All teams have bad days. You know what I mean? Like, there's only 2 undefeated teams. There's no teams that have no wins right now. It's just the way the game of football works, man. You're gonna have your bad days. You're gonna have your good days, and you saw the even Jets. The Jets go out and get spanked by the Jaguars. Next week, go out and beat the Broncos. It's you see the Titans. One week they beat the Eagles. Next week they lose to the Bills. You even see the Bills. One week they look terrible. Next week they're beating the Minnesota Vikings. So that's the beauty of football, man. That's the beauty of NFL. You never know who's going to win week to week, and that's what you got to love about the league, man. Chris Russell, Blake Bortles got skills, no question. The offensive line needs to protect him. Yeah, it's our offensive line, man. It's in bad shape, and like I was saying in my preview video, at some point this season, every single one of our offensive linemen had been on the injury report. I mean, Brandon Linder's been like hurt. Our left guard, even Andrew Norwell's been like a little bit hurt. He hasn't missed any games, but he's been dinged up. AJ can miss a game through the triceps. Parnell's got his old man knee thing going on, so. We'll see, man. Sunday's a new game, man. I know a lot of people are down on the Jaguars right now. I'm remain optimistic. If we win, we're back to 4-2. Ain't nothing to complain about that. You know what I'm saying? And it's 4-2. We lost to 2 quality opponents. Teams lose. It's what happens. Before the season, I thought we'd be 10-6. That's our record, and we're doing all this without our feature running back, guys. I mean, could you imagine Dallas without Ezekiel Elliott? They'd probably be much worse. But the Jaguars, if you were to tell me that, if I were to tell you before the season that, hey, Blake Bortles was going to have to carry this team the first 5 weeks of the season, the first several weeks at that point, but, Blake Bortles had carried us to a 3-2 record. You know what I'm saying? We've done that without a marquee running back. We've done that without the running back that we literally built our entire team around. You look at Saquon Barkley last night, man. The guy was electric. What would the Giants be without Saquon Barkley? What would Dallas be without Ezekiel Elliott? I mean, Todd Gurley, granted there's a lot of talent around him and everything, but the Rams aren't the Rams without Todd Gurley, and that's what sucks about Leonard Fournette, man. I don't even like talking about it, man, just because it's annoying. It's annoying how he's out, man. I hate it. I really do. Jaden Davis, when did this happen with the Flowers thing? This happened today, man. Flowers did play at the U. He was a Miami guy, drafted number 9 overall to the Giants, and hopefully he has a new fresh start. He's going from the biggest market in sports to the smallest market in sports. Over at the Giants, fans had number 9 overall pick expectations for him. We have street free agent expectations for him. So the guy's expectations are so much lower. So hopefully, hopefully he does well. BB Smith, you going to be live streaming Sunday during the game? You already know, man. I'll be doing my first live stream since week 2. I need to be live streaming all the Jag games I don't go to, guys. I've been, right now, I've been to 4 out of 5 of the games. I've been flying up to New York, flying out to Kansas City. I've been to 2 out of 3 of the Jags home games, but I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be back this Sunday streaming that game. I'll probably go on to Houston. I'll be filming the Eagles game at 9:30 p.m. or 9:30 a.m. I should say, Eastern time kickoff. So I know Philly Hunter's in the chat. How long is Fournette out? UCF. I would expect him to at least be out until after the bye week, and a bye week is after the week after we play the Eagles. So what does that make? Week 10. Week 10. Jesus. That's how long Fournette's going to be out, guys. Literally half the season. I hope this guy learns how to stay healthy, because I swear to God, dude, if this guy gets injured again early on next year, or even if he comes back and gets dinged up, it's frustrating, man. It sucks. It really does. Sports Fury, what's going on, guys? I love the Sports Fury, man. I had Sean in my Dallas Jacksonville preview video. He did a hell of a job. Definitely check that out. Always appreciate the Sports Fury, man. They actually recommended this new webcam I got. They recommended the mic, man. Anytime I need something to hit with the Sports Fury, they're always there for that. Yeah, Philly has to get up at 6:30. Can you guys imagine getting up at 6:30 a.m. For the Jags game? Oh, those London games, man. That's rough. Bears Jags Super Bowl. Hey, man, I don't care who we're playing in the Super Bowl. We'll show up. We'll show out, man. Bortles needs to roll out with all the pressure. Yeah, last game it was even hard for him to roll out. That's what was tough. Bruce Phillips, what's going on, man? Deshaun here. I hope I ain't missed too much. Nah, dude. If you miss anything, all these streams get archived, so you can always go back and watch, man. That's the good stuff. Ooh, Philly 500 is gonna be streaming that game too. Oh, that's fun, man. I gotta give you like a call at halftime. We can talk about it. We can do a little cross talk during our halftime live streams, man. That'd be something fun to do if you're up for it. Let's see. 28 Mimco. Fournette might be good, but it don't matter if you can't stay healthy. Yeah, that's the thing. And one thing I worry about with Fournette, man, like how good actually is Fournette? Obviously, he did good last year, but I don't know if Fournette is a Todd Gurley. I don't know if Fournette is a Saquon Barkley. He had a piss poor yards per carry average last year. Now, granted, he was going against loaded boxes. I was really hoping this year, man, because I didn't want the Fournette from last year. I wanted the new and improved Fournette. The Fournette that lost like 15 pounds. The Fournette that I saw in the preseason having agility, juking people. When he comes back, I don't know what to expect from him, man. I don't know what to expect from him, just because how healthy, like, he's so rusty. He hasn't played a meaningful game since what, January? I mean, of course, he played a little bit in the preseason, but he's going to have some rust to knock off. It's tough. It's a really shitty situation, but, we'll see. Jaden says no more pick black. I don't know what that means. And for UCF, I have a question for you. You used to do take calls. You going to bring that back? I want to do a call on the strength times talk. Yeah, I'll probably do that again at some point. The annoying thing was, man, last time I did a live calling thing, I had some kid troll come in, and he was somehow, because usually what I do is I'll have the call thing set up, and I'll have it to where whenever someone calls in, it automatically mutes them. This kid was able to call in and somehow unmute himself, and he was saying all kinds of like cuss words, like, racial slurs and stuff like that. That was just frustrating to me. It totally ruined the whole entire live stream. And like, I don't know. I gotta find some other way to do it. And it's, it's tough. But I'll try to bring that back, man. If you guys want it, man, I'll try to do it next week for sure. David Neal, are you starting to miss the Mercedes Lewis because ASJ doesn't seem to be the receiving threat he was brought in to be? The thing about Austin Seferian-Jenkins, he was a great run blocker, and he was a little bit slow. He was lower than I thought, slower than he was on the Jets. But I think a lot of that had to do with the sports hernia. I think that was slowing him down a lot more than we really expected. And he was toughing through it. But at the end of the day, man, I guess I don't know how the sports hernia things work, but I guess it popped. And he was kind of suffering with that whole thing before the preseason or during the preseason. And I think ASJ could be a really, really good player. Hopefully, he's got a little extra burst when he comes back. But yeah, man, it sucks. I miss Mercedes Lewis, not necessarily for the passing ability, just because James O'Shaughnessy and Niles Paul are bound in that. But I do miss kind of his line blocking, especially last game, man. We could have used him to help chip D Ford after he was working Parnell. Johnny Jaguar in the building. Johnny Jaguar, man, huge shout out to him. He's the guy that, has an awesome man cave. He hooked me up with the D.D. Westbrook interview. Always love and appreciate that guy, man. We definitely got each other's backs, man. We help each other out a lot. A sharpshooter, no more pick six, please, Blake. That's what I think he meant. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm bad at deciphering what these people be saying. Yeah, Jaden said that's what he meant. Do you think Jalen Ramsey should stop all the trash talking? I didn't really mind it too much, before the season and during the season and everything, but the defense isn't playing as good. The defense isn't as swag as I thought it'd be, you know what I mean? And Jalen Ramsey isn't necessarily doing as well. I mean, I guess I don't mind all too much of the trash talking, but I don't know. The thing about Jalen is he does his trash talk, but he'll say the same thing to the media that he'll say to the player's face. He's not like Kelvin Benjamin, who's going to go out here and talk all this shit about Cam Newton, and then once Cam Newton comes to his face, he's going to back away. And at least Jalen doesn't do that. He puts a target kind of on the. He gets pressed out for the Jaguars. I mean, it makes an interesting story. He gets us on the first line of Sports Center, so I'm kind of indifferent about it all. I would just like the defense to do a little better. But hey, man, we got 67 people in here. Love it, man. Definitely leave me a thumbs up. If you can, man. It really helps me out. Joey 79K. Well, no more injuries now on the defensive side this season. Pretty much done. Sorry, bro, but I see it. It's your opinion, man. You like to be negative. I know that. Jonathan says, can't wait for Wembley in a few weeks. Watch the Jags there since 2015, and they always show up. Yeah, man. Are you watch the Jag? Do you actually go to the games, man? That's pretty awesome if you can. And that's one thing I do want to touch on, man, with this whole London talk. It's a bunch of shit, man. Every year, it seems like probably twice a year they bring up this random story about how the Jaguars going to be moved to London. Now it's some kind of disgruntled employee who's out here calling out Shad Khan, saying he told him that they're going to be moving out to, I don't know. My whole thing with it all, man, I don't think they're going to be moving because first of all, Shad Khan has just brought it back to Brinks Truck and has just dropped fucking tons of millions of money into the Jaguars, the stadium infrastructure, even the downtown area. He's done a lot of that. I don't see him as a liar. I mean, if he somehow moves, then he's a straight-up liar. I'm probably going to do a video about this maybe next week, just talking about more of the numbers behind it. But the thing that I just don't see, how could a team be out in London? Their tax structure is weird. I don't know how Los Angeles team's going to fly all the way the fuck over there and play. Got a little bit of the hiccups, but one thing, Shad Khan is buying Wembley Stadium, so what I could see maybe doing, a good scenario is to say, hey, how about we keep the Jaguars over there for 3 weeks? They play an away game, then they play their home game, then they play another away game, then come back. That'd be cool. Play 3 straight weeks in London, 2 of those as an away team and 1 of them as a home team. I think that could be a possibility, and that could, give the London fans an actual team that they can go out and watch several times a year and actually do get behind. That's kind of how I see things going down. Phil gave me like number 16. Appreciate that. Zach Jaguar says hi. What's going on, man? Mitch the God Trubisky from Sports Fury Nation. He says, what's up? Sports Fury, any more planned games you are attending? I'm going to go to as many home games as I can. I don't think I'm going to go any. Maybe I'll go to the Miami Dolphins game. That's over in Miami. Playoff games. Super Bowl in Atlanta. That'd be nice. I'd have to find a way to get to that Super Bowl, man. It's over in Atlanta. About an 8-hour drive from where I am. Let's do it. Ava Van Pelt, SMH. I don't know how I feel about this Flower signing. I hope he produces instantly. Hey, man. Do you feel better about Ereck Flowers or Josh Walker? We're on our 3rd left tackle. You know what I mean? If we're going to sign any left tackle, any decent left tackle that's going to be on the market, it's probably going to suck. You know what I mean? It's not going to be all that good. If he was good, he'd be on a team. Left tackles are a premier position. There's 3 positions you don't find in free agency. Quarterback, pass rushing, defensive end, and tackles. You just don't. We got a guy who was drafted high, who has decent upside, I guess. I mean, he's not all that great. I don't have high expectations for him, but you know what I mean? It's better than Josh. I don't know. I haven't been breaking down Flowers' film. That's just how I feel. Zach Jaguars, hope we beat Dallas on Sunday. Duval, go Jags. Right there with you, man. Salah says, I honestly don't mind Flowers, but he shouldn't start the first game or two so he can learn the system. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you can bring in a guy like Jamal Charles and, you know, running back, much more of an instinct kind of position. They can come in there and play. But left tackle, you know, Ereck Flowers, probably going to be a game day inactive, I would expect. He might start against Houston next week. I wouldn't expect him to play this Sunday. You're right about that. Panthers got FSU. Will the Jags beat the Cowboys? You already know, though. Salah says, I'm also going to Miami game. Maybe you should do a fan meetup. Yeah, man. I mean, usually when I go to the games, I'll let people know where I'm sitting so if they want to stop by and say what's up. They can come by and say what's up. You know, I don't have like a tailgate spot or anything. I just kind of come in the day of and stroll around, you know. BB, sorry I'm late, but congrats on 4K subs, bro. You deserve it, man. Keep it up. Thanks for great work. Yeah, dude, I appreciate that, man. I hit 4,000 subscribers, guys. We out here growing. Man. We're growing Jaguars YouTube, man. I'm out here trying to represent. You know, not many Jaguars YouTubers out there, man. I just wanna, you know, I wanna do good for you guys, man. I wanna keep this channel growing. I wanna represent the Jaguars, man, because you know, I like to come out here. I like to try to give as unbiased opinions as I can. Let you guys know my real reactions about the Jaguars, and I'm just like you guys, man. I'm a huge fan. Thanks, Philly. Appreciate that. Bradley Roderick. Will Richardson start at left tackle? Your thoughts? I would expect Josh Walker to start at left tackle. I mean, Will Richardson all he's done is play right tackle. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I don't know how much training he's got at left tackle. I mean, I know when in front of the public's eyes, he's only been a right tackle. Maybe since they've closed to the public, he's been a left tackle. But, you know, we'll see, man. But our options are weak. You know what I mean? Josh Walker, Ereck Flowers, Will Richardson. What I was thinking about doing is, fuck it, get our best 5 guys out there, play Shatley at center, move Brandon Linder to left tackle. I mean, Linder's probably better than the other options that we have, but, you know, they ain't going to do that. They ain't going to listen to your boy. Tekken says, 70 Groover's growing strong, keeps the likes going. Appreciate that, Tekken. Tekken's been following me from day one. Always appreciate that. Lawbra says, Flowers isn't total trash. Marone's the O-line whisperer. Yeah, I mean, Marone's an O-line guy. Tom Coughlin drafted the guy, so, you know, whatever. We'll see, man. We'll see. Deshaun Watson, 33% on red zone, you meant, and 2 turnovers. Yeah, wasn't good. Usually we're good in the red zone, but those 2 turnovers were bad, especially the one off the helmet. And you're gonna do go down there, and on a 3rd down, you're gonna do an empty backfield when you've been like running up their throats. I don't know. I'm over the game, man. It was frustrating. I was watching it. I got pissed off again. Oh God, it was bad. But whatever, man. We all have bad games. Let's move on to the next one. You know, can't sit here and you know, get all shitty about it. Salah says, what are your favorite football YouTubers? Oh man, gotta be Sports Fury is definitely one of them, man. Sports Fury has the best live streams in the game. I also like, I mean, some of my other friend YouTubers, you know, Philly 500, really appreciate his stuff. You know, Treep Talks is another Jaguars YouTuber. You know, Jaganoff, I'd watch him. You know, Tekken back when he made videos. I hate to leave anybody out that's watching because I'm kind of going on the spot here. But some of the bigger guys I really like KTO. KTO does great work. You know, really good theatrics to his stuff. Brett Coleman, you know, great film room guy. Also a very good theatrical dude. Vach Lombardi, love Vach Lombardi, man. He does a really good job with his film breakdowns. And there's a lot of football YouTubers that I follow, and love them all, man. Love them all. They give support to me, at least. Not a big fan of the TCC kind of stuff, just because I like honest opinions. You know, like I'll come out here, I'll talk about your team, and I'll give you my honest opinion about your team. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, this guy sucks. I'm not gonna throw personal shots at the YouTuber. It's just ain't me, man. Basic Ken 831 says, yo, what's up, my man? What's good, dude? Hey, David Bryan up in here. David Bryan is in all my live streams. Always appreciate that, dude. I can always count on him, man. Yeah, Vach is actually a subscriber to my channel, man. Every once in a while, he'll hop in these live streams. Jaden says, I've been subscribed to you for about 2 years now. Yeah, man, let's keep this thing growing, man. Maybe we can get 10,000 by the end of the season, maybe. I don't know. High hopes, but, you know, why not? You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. The Jaguar commission just donated $20. The $20 holla. I'm happy to go to Dallas this Sunday. Jags 30, Cowboys 24. It's another must-win to progress our chances to win the South Division again. What's your first 3 future picks positioned in the 2019 draft? Hey, Jaguars commission, man. I really appreciate that donation, man. I really do. Are you going to Dallas this Sunday? I said you're happy to go to Dallas this Sunday, so... but yeah, man, my first 3 future picks. I don't usually like to talk about draft, but since you donated, I'm gonna go ahead and do it, man. It's interesting with the Jaguars when it comes to the draft, because last year I was basically saying, all right, the Jaguars are gonna get like tight end. They're gonna go out there and get offensive tackle, but really the Jaguars, man, they go out there and they get the best player available, and that's really, when you look at drafts, man, most of the busts come from when you're reaching for positional guys. When you don't truly go straight value. And that's what the Jaguars continue to do, man. They need to keep on getting the best guy that's actually available. I mean, they thought Taven Bryan might have been in. Jury's still on him. He's been, I don't know where he's been. I haven't really been seeing too much of him. DJ Chark, it takes a little bit for wide receivers to really transition into the league. So you saw DJ Chark kind of have a breakout game in a sense, had 2 long balls that were good. So we're going to continue to see his development. He's going to, probably the back half of the year mainly make his impact. Ronnie Harrison, he's been an excellent pick, man. I was 3 rows behind the Jaguars bench last game. Great seats. And I was a little disappointed, the defense, man. Obviously the offense go back there, put their heads down and shit. There were 3 guys that would actually come over there and cheer up the offense, talk to them, get them hype. Calais Campbell, obviously Calais Campbell's a good guy. I'm going to go ahead and say 4. Telvin Smith was over there talking. Mr. Locker Room Cancer, as a lot of people say, Dante Fowler, he was over there always talking him up, hyping him up like that. And Ronnie Harrison. Ronnie Harrison is an emotional player, man. He is passionate. I loved what I saw of him. And, first 3 future picks in 2019, man, it's going to conclude by position. Say what's up to Bo. I got my dog up in here. What's up, Bo? What's up, Bo? He's a good file. He's a good guy. But yeah, man, we're gonna go best position available, man. I guess our biggest needs right now. The jury's still on a quarterback. We'll see if we kind of go quarterback. Let's see what else we need. Definitely offensive line. You need offensive line every year, and maybe even a defensive end because Dante Fowler's most likely going to be gone. But yeah, man, appreciate the $20 Jaguar commish. Really appreciate that. Hopefully Flowers can play better here in Jax. Yeah, I agree with you. Jaden Davis 10 sacks again. We shall see. Ava, hey, it's a puppy. I love it. Yeah, he's always hopping in my live. Usually my live reaction things, we go crazy. He's like, you're like, oh shit, what the hell's going on? David Bryan says Taven Bryan has 6 tackles this season. Yeah, I mean, he's in a backup role, so I mean, we'll wait. We'll wait before we really get too critical of him. But everyone was talking about J.J. Watt. He hasn't been no J.J. Watt yet, but we'll see with his development, man. Jonathan, it's 2 a.m. in UK. Haha, peace. Hey, man, appreciate you for hopping in here, man. Really appreciate that. SLCC Hawk, what's good, man? Do you still believe in Bortles? Yeah, I mean, I still believe in him. He had a bad game, last Sunday, but, a lot of guys do. I mean, you saw great games out of him with the Patriots and Jets. And there's still a lot of games yet to play. He's going to be your quarterback the rest of the season. There's still, 11 games to play? There's still the playoffs. Let's see how he does down the stretch. We've still got so much more sample size to look at, and we'll see, man. We'll see. He's coming off a bad game, obviously. I know a lot of people are ready to jump off the cliff when it comes to the Titans when we put up that bad performance, but the next week they go out there and whoop the Jets, and really the offense just has to play together, man. The offensive line protect for him. Wide receivers get open. It's a whole offensive effort, starting with the freaking offense coordinator. Our run-pass balance was terrible. Yeldon was running it up and down their throats, but he had 10 or 11 rushes. I mean, the run-pass balance is way off. We're not a team that's built around a quarterback. We're a team that's built around a run, so run the damn ball. You know what I'm saying? I can't say your name. Deja Bortles is EOG every other game. Yeah, man, he's even week Bortles, baby. Better defense, Bears or Jags? I guess I'll say Jags, but I mean, Bears are looking a little more explosive, but I mean, Bears have a great defense, man. It's hard to really compare, especially since I haven't really been watching too much of the Bears. But that's who I got to go with. Cody, Fant tight end from Iowa could be a good spot for Jacksonville. Who knows? That's what I'm saying, man. It's so hard to project. I'm in here living up the NFL season, enjoying college football season. Once the draft's here, it's going to be here. You know, we got free agency first. We got to see what the hell we do there. We got to even figure out where the hell. Who knows? Maybe we're drafting up number 32. That's the spot I want to get. I want to draft number 32. Oh, man. But do you play Madden Overdrive? No, I don't. Not much of a video gamer, guys. But yeah, man, let's see how long we've been live for. We've been live for 35 minutes. Hey, man, appreciate you guys for coming in here, man. I'm gonna try to get the live calls going in here. Once again in the future, man. We'll see. Ignorant, do you want to trade Dante Fowler? No, I don't. I don't want to trade Dante Fowler, man. He's gonna be a big impact if we want to go where we want to go at the end of the year. Got my H2O in the building. Always got to stay hydrated. Especially when you're talking a lot, man. Your voice gets a little hoarse. Do you think Keenan McCardell is doing good? Yeah, man. He's done pretty well with the young talent. You know, Keelan Cole, he's developed him pretty well. D.D. Westbrook, he's done good with him. And, you know, really, I mean, your number one wide receiver goes down 2 years in a row. A-Rod went down last year. Marquise Lee went down this year. You know, it's not a super talented group, but you know, I think he's doing good with what he's got. Chaos says, "Hey UCF, who wins the NFC East?" I'm gonna have to go with the Eagles. I think the Eagles will get it together. A lot of teams have these, like, you know, Super Bowl hangovers. Start the season bad, but they got the talent there to do all right. They just gotta protect. Them, man. Dante Fowler will stick around. We might not keep Darius. Ooh. Darius, so far, guys, he's been the MVP of our defense, man. These running backs ain't going nowhere on us, man. The middle of the defense is clogging up, hugely because of Marcel Darius, man. He's been putting in a lot of energy. It's gonna be tough to figure out who we're gonna cut next year, because we're probably gonna have to cut one of these expensive defensive linemen in. You know, we'll see what goes on with it, man. You know, we got to worry about cap coming up here soon. Ignorant, do you miss the Allen brothers? I miss Allen Robinson's play on the field. I don't necessarily miss Allen Hearns. He wasn't really all that great. You know, he was better in a complimentary role. But, you know, it's cool having the Allen boys there for while they were here. Tony, what do you think they would do with Corey Grant the offseason? Is Corey Grant, is he going to be a free agent? You know, he has that weird undrafted Tinder that's interesting. Have you taken your dog to a dog park? No, I haven't taken him there. I don't think it'd be the environment for him. He's not. I don't know. I don't know how he'd feel about it. I don't know how I'd feel about it, man. I need to be there, sitting there watching the game. I ain't gonna be in no puppy park, man. Yeah, man. I liked Hearns, man. I liked him as a person. I liked Allen Hearns as a person. Didn't really like Allen Robinson as a person. I liked Allen Robinson as a player. I didn't really like Allen Hearns as much as a player, even though Allen Hearns was, you know, really high effort kind of thing, and you know, he was a good guy. So, Sal, how do you think Jamal Charles will do this season? I say he gets 5 touchdowns, 700 yards. Oof. 700 yards in 11 games, man. That's gonna be tough in a, you know, backup role that he's gonna get. But SLC, did you get hit by the hurricane down there? No, I didn't. The hurricane hit the Panhandle. I'm in Central Florida over in Orlando, so I got kind of the outskirts of the rain. But you know, Ignorant TV, are you going to stay sober? I'll stay sober during the Jags live stream. I didn't stay sober during the Sports Free live stream the other day. I got hammered, but what's called David Bryan, Allen boys were beasts when they build up catches. Yeah, man. David, my opinion, we may not keep Corey Grant. We'll see. I mean, the thing with Corey Grant, man, the Jaguars, they didn't use him much on offense. They didn't have much of a role for him. But could you imagine if the Patriots had Corey Grant, what they'd do with his ass? The Eagles, what the Eagles would do with Corey Grant? You know, I feel like there's teams that would really be able to use him, and like really, like for Corey Grant, him personally, Jacksonville is in a good place for him because the Nate Hackett and them don't know how to use him. But I think a lot of things with Corey Grant was like, I think having Leonard Fournette would have really helped out Corey Grant. It would have really been able to come back there, you know, in a shotgun set, have 2 running backs to each side of him. You got the power back Fournette that'll punch you them out. Corey Grant, you know, his ass is like trying to find a rabbit in the forest, man. It's hard to catch his ass, but yeah, man. 58 people watching, man. Appreciate you guys watching on a Friday night. I know all you guys were out partying, you know, doing party stuff. Not me. I went out drinking a little bit earlier. Went out with my friends at their work, but you know, not right now, man. Ready to sleep in tomorrow, man. It's been a you know, kind of a short week for me just because you know, got back in town from Kansas City on Monday. Haven't really had much time to sleep. You know, I was getting up early Saturday to go to Kansas City. Got up early Sunday to do some tailgating. Got up early that Monday, you know, to fly back home. And I've been getting up early all week for work. So man, I'm excited about sleeping a little bit. Yeah, I've seen some people ask me about my fantasy. I didn't do very good at fantasy, man, this year. I am terrible in fantasy this year. I'm usually pretty good, but not this year, man. Salah, I majored in accounting in college. I am an accountant, so it's good stuff. Wick Dancer, Blake Bortles, 300-plus yards, 2 touchdowns. Jamal Charles debut, 100 rushing yards, 1 touchdown versus Cowboys. Your thoughts? I could see it happening. Maybe not with Jamal Charles, is because I don't think he's going to get enough touches to get 100 yards. You know, I think he's going to get probably 8 or 9, between 8 to 12 touches. You know, between running and passing. So, you know, maybe 100 all-purpose yards or something. But, you know, we'll see, man. I'm fascinated. That's a big storyline this game is, like, how much volume will Jamal Charles get, man? It'll be fun. But, yeah, man, I'm having fun doing this live stream, man. I'm really enjoying this new camera I got. It's so much better quality than I was just using my laptop webcam. You know, that's one thing, man. I get this, you know, ad revenue in, and I don't pocket it and blow it on, you know, hookers and shit like you guys might think I do. I don't throw dollars at the strip club. You know, I go in there and I put it right back into the channel, man, getting software, you know, getting different stuff to build this thing up because we're going to build up together, guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm at 4,000 subscribers right now. It's a good little milestone, man. Each 1,000 subscribers is a big milestone to me. But, hey, man, if you guys aren't already, man, follow me on Twitter in the links below. Follow me on Instagram, man. You know, I'm almost at 1,000 followers in each of those. That'll be really cool to get to, man. I'm always posting on each of those. Especially Instagram. I post on, Instagram, I'm having an easier time building up followers, which is pretty cool. Pepperjack has Barkley and Jeffrey in fantasy. Nice, man. What's called? Let's see. Hair Freak. Looking forward to the game on Sunday. So am I, man. So am I. Tekken's having bad luck in fantasy lately. Yeah, man. One big thing that fucked me in fantasy, I drafted Fournette in the first round of each of my leagues. Thanks, bro. Thanks, Fournette. Appreciate that. You're making my team suck. Whatever, though. I got FanDuel. I got the Jaguars. Fantasy, it doesn't mean all that much to me, I'll be honest with you. It's just something fun, man. Cody says, 1-4 in my money league, but 5-0 in the Love for one of Josh and Sean's subscribers league. Yeah, man, I think I'm like 1-4 in their creators league. I won a championship in their league last year, but not anymore, man. 28, don't buy cheap beer this time while live streaming. I think I had Shock Top last time. Usually I get the kind of beer that's on sale at Publix because I don't really care what kind of beer I'll have. As long as it's not IPA, I'm going to drink it, man. But yeah, man, I hope you guys all join me for the Sunday stream when I stream the Jags. When I stream the Jags Cowboys, man, it's a hell of a time, man. You guys get to see me get emotional. I get emotional. I get passionate during the games, and it's really a lot of fun, man. There's no better place than when I'm watching you know, Jaguars play. Later's UCF, have a good one. Don't let your meatloaf. all right, LCC, man. I'll catch you later. Jeffrey, your thoughts on Leon Jacobs? Leon Jacobs has kind of a reduced role this year because we've been playing Ronnie Harrison a lot. Ronnie Harrison has been in there a lot, kind of as that big nickel kind of position, and Leon Jacobs, he's done all right when he's in there. You know, I think a lot of guys in our defense are doing pretty well. We're just not producing the sacks and not getting the turnovers like we have in years past. So, you know, hopefully we keep 3-and-outing, you know, the Chiefs next week. Not the Chiefs, but the Cowboys. I mean, we're coming off some good defensive games. If you throw out the Chiefs game, just act like that game never happened. You know, we did really, really good against the Jets, man. We were forcing the 3-and-outs all over the place, locking them down. We held the Titans to like 9 points. You know, the Giants had one long run up the sideline. They did good that game, so it's all good, man. It's all good. David Bryan, fist bump. Let's go. Zach, I will stream you on Sunday, buddy. How we chat with you on Sunday. Yeah, man, just you're coming on Sunday, man. You're gonna join a live chat. We're gonna get it lit, man. It's fun, man. A lot of people like to come in on here, so you know it's a good time. BB Smith's going to be there. Appreciate that. Jaden, Jimmy Smith is my favorite. Yeah, Jimmy Smith. I have a picture of Jimmy Smith. I'm going to pull it up here. When I was like really, really young, man. I was a little cub jaguar. What do you call a baby jaguar? You call that a cub? What do you consider that? I'm going to go on my Instagram. Free little Instagram plug here. Let's see. Here's me with Jimmy Smith. I'm the one in the red. I had a Reggie Williams jersey on. Let's see if I can. Oh shit. Yeah, that's me. I was young as hell. There you go. See, I got that's cool, man. I got pictures with all the guys on the Pride, so it's pretty cool. David Neal, we need to stay on the boat. It hasn't tipped over yet. Yeah, man. Just that's the thing, man. That's the thing. I know a lot of people are commenting on my video. We need to get rid of Blake. Look, if you want to get rid of Blake, that's fine, but we ain't gonna get rid of him in the season, so you're gonna have to get behind him. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be our quarterback the rest of the year. Get behind him. You know, look at the. I mean, he's led us to a 3-2 record without the running back that we built the team around. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have his bad games. He's not any kind of league MVP. He's not going to be a Hall of Famer, but hopefully he can just be an above-average starter, and hopefully we can raise his floor a little bit. So, Tekken, he says Fred Taylor's my favorite running back. David Bryant, too. Yeah, man, watch him play in Florida when I was younger. Yeah, I love me some Freddie T, man. I remember I broke my arm in like 5th or 6th grade, and he was the first person to sign my cast, which is pretty cool. 28 Mimco will be the first to post this Sunday when you go live. All right, man. You were the first to comment today. You were the first commenter, so gotta appreciate that. Gotta appreciate my notification squad. You guys are keeping the channel running. You know what I mean? Could you imagine if I was only getting like 30, 40 views a video, I probably wouldn't be out here because I wouldn't have the support. But you guys are all supporting me, and you guys already know I appreciate that, man. I've had like a steady 60 to 80 people in this live chat all today. It's cool. It's cool I can go on here and talk about the Jaguars, man. I love talking Jaguars. Love making Jaguars videos. I love representing my Jaguars. It's fun going to Jaguar games, just having people come up to me and be like, yo, man, love your videos. It means a lot to me just because, you know, I'm not a guy that played football. I mean, I played Pop Warner. I played in junior high, and I played freshman year, but I wasn't really all that good. But, you know, I'm not a guy that's really been in the film room. I'm not like a football expert. I'm not an X's and O's guy. I'm just a guy that loves the game. I'm a guy that loves football. I'm just a passionate fan. I just go out here, you know, I try to give the best opinions that I can. And, you know, luckily you guys all watch me. So, it's cool. David Neal, have you gone to any UCF games? Yeah, man, I live only a few miles away from the stadium. So I haven't been able to go to any this year just because of schedule conflicts. But, you know, I try to go, man. I still get in. Students get in free with their student ID. I'm not a student anymore, but I still get in with my ID for free, so that's pretty cool. Jane, I've been a Jag fan since day one. Oh, yeah. RO, at least this team has a shot. My team is screwed up mainly because the studs of my favorite team have the durability. My favorite run. Are you? Oh, yeah. If your favorite running back is Frank Gore, I'm assuming that you are a 49ers fan. But yeah, it's with the 49ers, man, it sucks with them just because, I mean, they lost McKinnon before the season. And, you know, even with Garoppolo, even when Garoppolo was in there, they still weren't all that good. I mean, I didn't expect them to be all that great. I still saw it as a rebuilding year for the 49ers. But I know a lot of people like the race of maturity. I know a lot of people just like, you know, quarterbacks and, you know, love their number one quarterback to, you know, do work and everything. And obviously he was undefeated as a starter. But, you know, I didn't see a complete defense. I didn't see enough offensive weapons, and you know they've got another year, man. I think they can come back good next year. But yeah, man, we've been live 48 minutes. I'm gonna keep this to an hour, so I can have people come back here later, rewatch this. You know, it'll be fun. You know, keep it an hour, so it'll be a good show, man. I appreciate all you guys for coming in here and making it happen, because you guys are feeding the live stream, man. Zach Jaguars, I'm glad we've been New England Patriots. Hope we get the number 2 seed. Yeah, man. Could you imagine? All I want, man, I just want to win the AFC South. I want to get another home playoff game because that stuff was fun. You know, I'm thinking my prediction, I think we still go 10-6. That's how I feel like we'll be. I don't feel like we have a great enough quarterback to be able to really like lead us to a bunch of wins because, you know, your quarterback's going to be up and down, but we'll see. But RO, when does Jacksonville play Pittsburgh? They play Pittsburgh in what? November 18th, I believe it is. It's a Sunday night game, so that'll be a good one. And then I believe at the beginning of December they play the Titans on a Thursday night, so that'll be cool. We play Week 11, November 11th. No, that's not on November 11th. I think that's November 18th. I don't know. We'll see. All right, I'll see you around. It's been good UCF. All right, Tekken, I'll catch you later, man. But yeah, man, if you guys have any more last-minute questions to fire off, I'm at your service. But yeah, man, that Chiefs game, man, it was so rough. I flew out there. It was raining. Jaguars went down. I was so pissed off that game, guys. You have no idea, man. I was like, I swear, if a Chiefs fan were to have said anything wrong to me, if they would have put like a finger in my face, I probably would have decked them. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I was so mad. I was one to like throw my hat and all this kind of stuff, but I was sitting there. I was like, okay, look, if I throw my hat, I'm not gonna have it back. I like my hat. I needed something to get my energy out of. Thoughts on Andrew Norwell this year? He's been good except for the penalties. His penalties have calmed down, but I mean, he's a dominating dude, man. He dominates the line of scrimmage, the point of attack. He's just got to watch the illegal hands to the face, the holding penalties. He even caused a sack this year that killed a drive. But yeah, man, Anthony Mixon, you think Bortles will struggle against the Cowboys defense? I think he'll have an average game. Hopefully it goes good, man. Hopefully we have a good offensive game plan. Hopefully guys block for him. Hopefully we don't have like holding penalties, stuff to bring our offense back. But you know, Cowboys, they didn't do too well against the Houston offense, and they let Deshaun Watson kind of run it all over the place. So maybe they should design some RPO stuff for Blake Bortles to be able to get him on the run. Rob Vincent just won a T-shirt from Jaguar. Hey, that's what's up, man. Jaguar T-shirt, man. If I had UCF Jaguar T-shirts, would you guys want one? I don't know, just because like the Jaguars, I feel like I'm too associated with UCF. You know, maybe if I go over there and like trim out the UCF Jaguar part and just have the head, maybe that'd be something cool to do. But you know, maybe down the line. But we'll see. UCF, you funny as fuck with a sports tree last week. You made my night. Yeah, man, I was hammered during that live stream, man. I had a lot of beers, man. I was getting lit, but it was fun, man. I had a good time, man. I really appreciate them for letting me on. I had a good time. Not a UCF fan, but definitely get a UCF Jaguar shirt. Yeah, man. I think what I might do eventually is maybe cut out the UCF Jaguar part, just have the head. I feel like the head's pretty cool. There were a lot of balls that the receivers should have caught in the Chiefs game. It's a group effort. So yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, I know a lot of times when a team plays bad, the blame goes on the quarterback, then it goes on the offensive coordinator. But you gotta play. It's a team game, man. I mean, was Bortles out there calling a 3rd and 2 calling an empty backfield when you need like two? No, he's not doing that. I mean, you know, Bortles, he deserves some of the blame, but Parnell deserves blame. AJ Cann deserves blame. The offensive line didn't play good. You know, we were getting self-inflicting penalties. You know, sacks were just killing us. You know, receivers make plays on the ball. I mean, it's a group effort, man. But yeah, man. Chase and Tell, yeah, he said that. Jaguar fan from California. Hey, we coast to coast up in here. We going from the East Coast of Florida to the Pacific Coast. David Neal, honestly, how was the Kansas City barbecue? Was it as good as they say it is, dude? The barbecue was fantastic, dude. I got some chicken. I got some pulled pork. I got some, what else I got? I got some sauce. I got some spare ribs. I got some barbecue baked bean. I got some cornbread. Oh, my God. I need it. I need it right now, man. Orlando doesn't have any good barbecue, man. It's disappointing. We have Four Rivers, but I wish we had more authentic barbecue around here, man. It stinks. I just love barbecue. Rob Vincent, if we lose any more alignment, I may have to come out in retirement. I fear I'm good for at least one play. Yeah, man, come on out. We can use it. Maybe they can use my 175-pound ass out there. Oh, man. Jaden, pulled pork is my favorite, man. Yeah, pulled pork. Pulled pork is that shit, man. I love me some pulled pork, man. I love me some barbecue. I love me some barbecue sauce. I'm going to have to stop by Four Rivers tomorrow and get me some barbecue, man. They do just have an early Thanksgiving. You already know, man. Any more away games you going to? The only away game I might go to is the Miami Dolphins game down in Miami, obviously. I think that's week 16 or with week 16 game, so maybe I'll go out there for that. I'm usually a last-minute kind of person. I make last-minute decisions. I'm a spontaneous, spur-of-the-moment kind of guy, and that's how I work, man. That's how I work. Harold, the New Orleans Saints will win the Super Bowl because Drew Brees broke the all-time passing record. We'll see. We'll see. Peyton Manning won it when he broke it, even though they kind of won the Super Bowl in spite of him. You think Jamal Charles has one last season in him? A lot of doubters. Yeah, I think he'll do good. I really do think Jamal Charles will be good, just because, you know, it's an instinct kind of position, man. It's not a position that you teach. It's instinct, and he's still got speed. You know, he's still got vision. He's got all that. He's got a lot of experience under his belt. So, you know, him in a backup reserve role, I think he's going to do good things, man. Just read an NFL report that DeMar Zores played with a torn labrum for 2 years. Yeah, I mean, he's been playing injured, and he's an underrated guy. So, you know, we'll see. All right, UCF, I'm going to see you on your next video. Yeah, guys, I'm actually going to head out of here. Been on here for a good little bit, but really appreciate everyone for coming by, man. Zach Jaguars, RO, Cordy Marmon. Sean Lee is out this week. Wow, that's big news. Victor, 28 Mimco, Cody Marmon, I said that. Jaden Davis, Mr. Casper, Tammy J, David Bryan, Rob Vincent, Victor. We got Brunel Jacobs. He's going to Jamal Charles is going to be in a backup role. TJ Yellen will start, but I think it's going to be a healthy rotation. But all right, guys, be sure before you leave to like the video, man. Really helps out this channel. You guys already know, man. And I appreciate all you guys for coming by, man. Go Jaguars.